You know, in 1999, tonight's guest became the first female head writer on Saturday Night Live in its 27-year history, and I can tell you, I worked there for a while. I assume it's changed to some extent, but that was a tough joint for women, so I really got to admire this chick's moxie. She is currently the co-anchor of Weekend Update, and as a former resident of that desk, I can tell you, I think she's great. I mean, she's the best I've seen. She's well on her way to having it all, or as much as Lorne Michaels will give her. Please welcome Tina Fey, ladies and gentlemen.
I just had one, thank you.
Well, you are a funny dame, Tina.
Thank you.
Huh? How is old SNL now? It's changed since I was there, a little more?
It's good. My guess is it's changed because I've heard that it was tough for women there, and I've never had any problems there.
Yeah,
so.
but those women are great, too. I mean, I don't know all their names. I know Molly left, but the Anna is great. Anna, sorry.
Yeah, that's
and
okay.
There's the young, tall girl who makes me laugh a lot.
Maya's really funny.
Maya,
Rachel
funny.
Dratch, Amy Poehler.
And you're great on the news. The kid doesn't make me laugh as much, but he probably because he does that shitty impression of me, the little prick.
Oh, come on.
He does a pretty good impression, actually. Dana always did the best one, so it's tough for me to take.
Oh, Dana did a good one.
Yeah, he did a good. Dana always had. Dana didn't even do me. He just did Morse code me, where he'd just make the sound. Now, so you would think, and already I've talked to a couple women on my staff who idolize you to some extent. They think you're very clever, and you would seem from the outside to have it all. Do you, in fact? And if you don't, what would be your idea of having it all?
Well, I don't have it all yet because I don't have kids yet. So that's a whole section of it, and you know, I think the kids will come and ruin everything at some point. Get everything
Well,
up.
at least you have those innate maternal instincts there.
No, I think having it all, women, they try to have everything. You have a career, a job, a husband, and an ass like a 12-year-old boy. It's like a lot of pressure to have all these things.
You sound like a Catholic priest, you know. Well, listen, the big thing about having it all is obviously the timing in your life, and a child. I can tell you the most precious experience you'll ever have in your life, or at least that I've had. Is great, but do you think if you had a kid in your 20s, it does sidetrack a lot of people because it should absorb you, and in your 20s, you're probably career hungry. Do you think if you had had a child earlier, I don't know, are you 30 or something?
I'm 32.
Yeah, if you had a kid earlier, do you think it would keep you from where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had a kid at 24, like Sylvia Hewlett wanted me to, I think I'd be the funniest woman at the YMCA. I'd be like really killing at toddler gym swim. Anna Gasteyer just had a baby this week. I'm going to give a shout out to Frances McKittrick, 9 pounds, 1 ounce.
Cute name.
Yeah, very cute. And she's the first woman in the history of SNL to be pregnant on the show. Or I like to say she's the first woman in the history of SNL to stay pregnant, because I'm sure in 27 years, you got to come on, back in the 70s.
Yeah. I was knocked up for a while. Fucking Chevy.
And so I'm going to watch her and learn from her, because I think it's one thing to be pregnant at your job, but then I think that second year, when you come back and you actually have to leave the baby at home, that's going to be the harder year. And I think she's an incredibly bright woman, and she's going to do a good job, but I think we're all watching her like, how are you going to do it? Is it going to work out?
Yeah, well, you know, also what takes over is some sort of urge to leave a legacy, or to take care of your child. So you do have that caveman/cavewoman party who goes, I got to leave the cave and procure meat for the child, because it's great to just lay there all day and go goo, 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 and occasionally a kid looks up and goes, I'm starving, asshole, get me something to eat, you know. There's a recent study that said women's fertility drops off after 27.
Right.
You're in your early 30s. What do you say to that study?
You know, that's that Sylvia Hewlett book, and it's not new information. It's like, it's the same information you learned in 8th grade health class, and that she's just trying to use it to sell a book. And basically what she's saying is, you can talk about it all you want, but feminism can't change nature. You can't change your body. You know, I say if feminism could change nature, I wouldn't be so attracted to Kid Rock. I know that.
You've always had a thing for Motor City bad boys, haven't you?
Just the dirt baggier, the better.
Take me on the hood of the El Torino.
We just grab onto your mullet and ride off to the sunset.
Exactly. All right, we got a phone call for you, Tina. Line 3, we've got Rich from Grays Lake, Illinois. Rich?
Good evening, Dennis and Tina.
Hello.
Tina,
Yes.
the scar on your left cheek is so sexy, baby.
Thank you.
I got my pants around my ankles right now.
Goodbye.
Do either of you think that women
we
would
got to
truly
screen
be
these
happier
fucking calls.
if men had the babies and women
Listen,
had the
I'm going to
babies?
cut you off. Just go jerk off.
Go jerk off and think how
Oh,
psyched my
Jesus
parents
Christ.
are that you fucking asked that question.
When you do have a kid, what will... I'm sorry to jump into motherhood. I
There's a
feel
man
like...
named Don Fay, who's my dad, who's going to find you and kick the shit out of you. He's 67. He will find you in wherever you are.
I got this feeling this guy has his pants down around his ankles when he's watching Banana Splits reruns. Do you think when you have a kid that you will want to stay home more, or will you be able to... I don't know. How important do you think it is for the woman to stay at home?
I think it's really important to stay home with your kid as much as you can. I mean, I'm always going to be someone who wants to work for my own sanity, but in my neighborhood in Manhattan, in the Upper West Side, all you see... Upper West Side, yeah, bagels. All you see is nannies with other people's kids, nannies and other people's kids. And then you know that they left their kids with someone to come work and be a nanny. So no one's watching their own kids, and I just feel like within 10 years, this is going to be a complete culture of white Jamaican Jews on the Upper West Side. And it's going to ruin music.
Jammin', oi, jammin'. You living in Manhattan, do you think the women of Sex and the City are an accurate depiction of the gals you crossed the path
I
of?
watched that show because I like it. I really like the show, and then I realized I don't know anybody like this. This show's written by like drag queens, right? It's like, that one woman is always like, she just needs a dick in her ass. What are you talking about? And then the one thing I know it's written by guys because there's never a scene where they fucking bad talk each other when one leaves the room. You put 4 women in a room. As soon as Sarah Jessica Parker walks out of the room, you'd go, what the fuck is she wearing? She's got like a belt over her naked skin. It's written by men.
And you know, that dick in the ass thing, that's a placebo effect. All right, Tina, well, I think you rock. You are a funny dame. It's good to meet you. Tina Fey, I'm going to do the news. Stick around.